On this video, I'm going to talk about binomial expansion. What is it and what are their uses? First of all, a binomial expansion is an expansion of type a plus b to the power of n, where a is a term, b is the b term, and n is the number of terms in the binomial. One used to find this was the Pascal's triangle, and we could relate it with the binomial coefficients. The Pascal's triangle, we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. And we can see a pattern where these two numbers, for example 1 plus 1 add to 2, 1 and 2 add to 3, 2 to 1 add to 3, 3 to 3 add to 6, 1 and 3 add to 4, and so on. On the other hand, we have the binomial coefficients, which are 0 choose 0, which is the same as 1, 1 choose 0, which is the same as 1, 1 choose 1, which is the same as 1, 2 choose 0, which is 1, 2 choose 1, which is 2, and 2 choose 2, that is 1, and so on. What is NCR? NCR is a selection to choose R different objects from N different objects. And different ways to write the N choose R is this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. All of them are the same, which is N choose R. Now what is NPR? This is an arrangement where NPR uses the formula n factorial over n minus r factorial. Some value of n choose 0 and n choose 1 is that n choose 0 is equal to 1 and n choose 1 is equal to the nth term. N choose r is n factorial over r factorial times n minus r factorial, and why n choose r is equal to n choose n minus r? Well, we can see that n factorial over n minus r factorial times n minus n plus r factorial is the same as saying n factorial over n minus r factorial times n minus n plus r factorial, which is the same as saying n factorial over n minus r factorial times r factorial. Give tr plus 1 term in the expansion of x plus y to the power of n. Tr plus 1 is equal to n choose r, x r, y, n minus r. Also, it is tr plus 1 n choose r, x to the n minus r times y to the r. You can choose it from the type of exercise. You can choose what is better for you. Why to use tr plus 1 instead of tr? Because tr plus 1 is easier to remember and to do certain calculations. Because tr equals to n choose r minus 1 x to the r minus 1 and y to the n minus r minus 1, which is harder to remember. Exponent r and n minus r can be placed on x or y. And n choose 0 is the same as saying n minus r is equal to it. The term independent and constant of x. X to the 0, its exponent of x equals 0. X plus y to the n. How many terms there are? Well, we use the general formula of n plus 1 equals to the number of terms. How does one count the number of terms in a binomial expansion? The terms are separated by a plus or negative sign. It is important to take into account the use of negative sign on a binomial expansion. For this reason, I'm going to use some examples. We can when we have minus 5 to the power of r, it can be also written as minus 1 to the r and 5 to the r. Also, in the case of minus 6 to the n minus r, it can also be written as minus 1 to the power of n minus r and 6 to the power of r. For an exam on how you need to find the binomial coefficients on the calculator, it is important to understand its uses. For this reason, you need to go to the calculator, press the menu button, go to options, and then search for the option where it says probability. Finally, trinomial expansion are the type of x plus y plus z to the power of n. Well, after all this explanation, I hope you understand and have an idea about the binomial expansion. Thank you.